What did it do, baby section? Video? We got the Philadelphia Eagles should scare you? Can't be true. Let's get into it.
The Philadelphia Eagles had a dominant 2022 season.
I don't know about dominant. They did lose to the Cowboys. They did lose the Super Bowl. And the only reason why they made it to the Super Bowl is because they played a team that had a third-string quarterback in. Let's be for real.
And their offseason was equally impressive. The best thing is,
my Cowboys really should have won the entire thing, really, when you think about it, if it wasn't for Dak Prescott. And I think the whole reason why is because they were drugging him up during halftime. Actually, he was probably drugged up from the start of the game. I don't know what he was doing. He must have been smoking crack. I don't know, but I don't know why he was throwing those picks. We would have beat the Eagles if we played them. That's all I know. And the Chiefs.
Jalen Hurts as their franchise quarterback. He and the Eagles agreed on a 5-year deal worth up to $255
all right.
Congratulations. And also, Jalen Hurts had his best season in 2022. He completed 66.5% of his passes for over 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, and got picked off 6 times only.
He had
we
18
know Jalen Hurts is
or 19 rushing touchdowns.
He ran for 760 yards with 13 touchdowns.
Oh, 13.
Now, the person that has dog mentality is head coach.
That must be including playoffs. Because I did read that stat somewhere. They must include playoffs. This must be just regular season stats.
Sirianni. What a great job Sirianni has done for this organization just in 3 seasons. But he's had a hell of a coaching career. Sirianni has always been on the offensive side of the ball, and he began his NFL career with the Kansas City Chiefs for 4 seasons. Then after that, he spent 5 seasons with the Chargers. Following his time with the Chargers, Sirianni served as the Colts Offensive Coordinator for 4 seasons before coming to Philly.
Let me just say this. Make sure to subscribe button right now. Today. Because we're more 10,000 subscribers. I appreciate the subscribe button to help us out. Thank you. Thank you very much. Second off, if there's any Eagles fans watching, do y'all actually think y'all are going to repeat winning the division this year? Y'all let me know. Put it in the comments. Because I think it's been like 10. I think it's been like at least a decade. Maybe even more, where there has not been a repeat champion of the NFC East. Like, literally, it's so like 1 year, one team wins it, next year a different team's going to win, next year a different team's going to win, next year a different team's going to win it. So I don't think the Eagles are going to win it. And as a Cowboys fan, I have to say, this video really should be titled "The Dallas Cowboys Should Scare You," because the Dallas Cowboys are winning the NFC East. I'd be willing to put $1,000 on it, guaranteed.
But Howie Roseman, who is the Eagles' executive vice president and general manager, has just done a great job communicating with Nick Sirianni on the risks they need to take and the pieces they need to bring in, and that has worked out pretty well. Philadelphia got A.J. Brown through a trade with the Titans during the 2022 offseason. That trade has already paid off big time because Brown ended up having his best season with 88 catches for over 1,400 yards.
I'm not gonna lie, A.J. Brown's good. But on the ESPN rank, they had him above CeeDee Lamb, and whoever did that was smoking crack. And if you really don't think they were smoking crack, the fact that they put Terry McLaurin above CeeDee Lamb is even more blasphemous. So that's blasphemy on top of blasphemy right there. They need to be fired. Fired right now, today.
Touchdowns. On the other side, the number 2 guy is Devontae Smith. Smith is going into his 3rd season. He and Jalen Hurts also
have a great
connection together.
He's a good
last season with over 1,100.
He's a good 2.
In his rookie
I don't think he's a 1 though.
960.
If he was a 1, I think he'd get exposed like Juju got exposed when when Antonio Brown left.
Receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. On top, Philly still has Dallas Goedert, who is arguably a top 5 tight end in the league. He did go over 700 yards with 3 touchdowns last season, but his best season was in 2021.
Dalton Schultz is better, but he's no longer Cowboys, so
with 4 touchdowns. If Goedert stays healthy, he could have a breakout season in 2023. But this
if he stays healthy,
game could be very
that's key word. Well, that's exactly the reason why I said Dalton Schultz is better. Dalton Schultz is better. It was simple. He's guaranteed to play and give you production.
Philadelphia lost Miles Sanders and got 2 new running backs during the offseason. The Eagles picked up free agent Rashad Penny to a 1-year deal worth...
Okay, first off, Rashad Penny gets hurt every, 3 games? every 3 games. 3 games. I guarantee you, 3 games in the season, Rashad Penny will be hurt. Eagles fans, be prepared. Rashad Penny will be hurt. Y'all, I hope you don't think Rashad Penny's going to change the life for the Eagles. If you're one of these Eagles fans who's that delusional, you need help.
Up to $1.35 million. I think picking up Penny was a very good choice, and the fact Philly traded to get DeAndre Swift from the Lions was big. The important thing
he's not bad,
for
but
those two to stay healthy, which I don't see it being a problem.
I don't think he's game changer.
They are both very explosive and could end up being a solid running back duo. Plus, with Jalen Hurts in the mix, we can see some great plays on the ground.
I mean, they were already a committee because they never really featured like Miles Sanders.
Should be good as they
like he was the lead back, but they didn't like he wasn't the workhorse.
They didn't really lose anyone up front except a new right guard will start at the position. That's Cameron Jordans, who got drafted by Philadelphia in the 2nd round of the 2022 NFL Draft. So that shouldn't be much of a difference. And in fact, Jason Kelsey, for
this guy to not be in America, he sure does know not from America. He may be living in America, but he's not from America. He knows a shitload about specific teams.
Still there at the center position to help with his veteran experience. If that wasn't enough, some things did change on the defensive side of the ball. A lot.
CeeDee Lamb cooked Darius Slay. Don't do Darius Slay. We put up 40 on that defense. Jalen Hurts might have been in the game, but we put 40 on that defense. Last time I checked, every single player was there.
Might look at this as a bad thing, but it actually isn't.
40.
You still have Fletcher Cox at the D-tackle position.
He's washed.
Alongside the first-round pick of this year's draft, Jalen Carter, and last year's first-round selection, Jordan Davis. The ends are still there, Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat. Darius Slay with James Bradbury are returning.
I already told you, Darius Slay is a little overrated. He's a good corner, don't get me wrong. He's a good corner. He's one of the top corners, but you get torched by CeeDee Lamb. You can't. He's not elite.
At the cornerback spot, Philly did get a new safety, Terrell Edmonds.
He may be top 10, but he's not top 5.
Perfectly. But the guy who I'm looking forward to watching is Haason Reddick. He will have an exciting season.
Hassan. Okay. Hassan.
The Eagles are not done. They're just going to make another run at the Super Bowl.
Okay, you're smoking crack. I don't know what these Eagles fans have been talking to you about, but clearly they're putting false information in your brain. The Philadelphia Eagles have no shot, no chance of going to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. I literally will be putting every single dime, and I'd be putting my car on it. I'd be willing to put anything on it. I'd be putting the house on it. I'd be putting everything. I might put my left pinky on it. This one right here. That the Philadelphia Eagles are not going to Super Bowl. Be for real. Y'all need to be for real. If any Eagles fans are actually thinking that the Eagles have a chance of going to the Super Bowl, you need some help. You go to therapy now. Because if you think that the Eagles are going to go to the Super Bowl, you're going to need therapy now, or you're going to need it then when you realize they aren't going to the Super Bowl. However, my Dallas Cowboys will be going to the Super Bowl. I guarantee it. Anyways, much you like, comment, ask you next. Deuces.